Welcome back, everyone. This is Dark Science from Dark Science Reviews. Today, I'm coming at you more with a talking point segment. We're gonna talk about a lot of the bad things. I want to get the bad things out of the way first, but I do want to put an emphasis on potential and stuff like that at the end of the conversation here. Um, We're going to be talking about Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. Officially just hit Game Pass, free to everyone who owns Game Pass. Across, I believe, the PC as well. Although, I believe if you didn't have it otherwise, you paid about, or you're going to pay about 59.99, about 60 bucks, plus some, depending on what you buy in the game. Okay, so first off, we're going to talk about the graphics. The graphics, I think, are solid for the kind of game that it's going to be. That being said, they only work properly in certain parts.
Took up knitting for a minute there,
Um,
but then I did.
I do want to give everybody a heads up and a warning that this game does not run at full capacity yet. I don't know if it's the online networking or if it's just a rush project or if it's just bad developing or what, you know, that's beside the point. The fact of the matter is the game doesn't
Shouldn't you
run
be
the
out there
best
finding good stuff to sell to
cooperatively or single player when you're in combat. We're gonna actually stream the game here in a bit after the talking points, and I'm gonna kind of showcase what I mean, so this way you guys have some proof to like kind of like relay and go back to. As of right now, I personally don't think that this game is going to be worth 60 bucks out the gate. You'd have to really like it, but we're going to talk about some of the issues here. So one of the issues is frame rate.
people are
Frame
so
rate is a
lucky.
major issue in the game, especially when in combat. Um, that's, you know, it's a pretty harsh issue too, especially in combat. I've had parts where the enemies are lagging and they're not in the same spot that you're attacking, or your attacks go off and they're just the animations are just not adding up. It just looks really weird, you know, when you're playing it. And you know, I'll show it off as well, like I said,
When are you
after
people gonna
we
bring
talk
me
about
some
it
more
here.
junk down below?
The other issues I want to bring to everybody's attention is that when I do start up every mission, so far I've been booted out from the missions entirely upon completing each mission, and that terrifies the heck out of me because every time you complete a mission, you're not even sure if you're going to get the loot or if you're going to lose that data or what's going to happen, you know? And you can't have that in a game, especially when it's co-op and online or just
Shard's
in
still out there,
general. Of
You
this
be out there
capacity.
too?
$60 game should not have
Stopping
save
it?
issues. Um, I did hear a couple of my friends entirely lost their game saves. So while they were playing and while they were messing around and tinkering with what they have, they actually lost all their data and all the levels that they completed in general. So they have to start off all over again, and that kind of takes you completely out of it, especially when you've already dedicated some time to the character. That terrifies me too. I've been really careful with trying not to like overdo my gameplay on the game because of that reason. I don't think it's going to apply to everyone, but I do think those who do get affected by it are going to be really bummed out when they lose their data for whatever reason, whether it be leveling up your stuff, all the gear, or just everything in general. That's a big worrisome problem. It's a major issue in my a major issue, major flaw in my opinion. So that's something to keep in mind before you purchase the game. Know that like I will say this: I do think that this will be fixed. At least I hope it will be. It's just I don't know exactly when or how. Um, the combat I feel like couldn't be a lot smoother. I do think it's going to be fixed, but there's no telling when it's going to um, hit the possibility of being fixed. I'm personally terrified to play the game because of, you know, all the lost save issues I've been hearing from a lot of friends and stuff that have been playing. That really kind of like puts me at a negative for the game. mostly because like it's broken. In general, it just feels like it's broken. I do I would like to say that it does have a lot of potential though. I do think that after they work out all the kinks and after they fix the save issues and the frame rate issues and the online issues and the disconnecting issues. I had disconnecting issues quite a few times. Every single time I played online, I've had disconnecting issues either in between the match, during the match, or after the end of the match after I received all my rewards and stuff. It just exits me straight out of the game and have to relog in, and that kind of terrifies me too because you're not supposed to you're not supposed to turn off your system before within a save file, and I know that it saves data after you reach that screen. So in between that time where the screen is getting disconnected and booting you out of the game, and then you're restarting it, I think enough of that kind of amplifies your chance of losing all your data. I don't want to like 100% confirm that because I haven't lost my data, but if I do lose my data, it's going to be a real bummer. Other than that, I think the game does look solid. It does have potential. Do I think it's worth $60 right now? I do not think it's worth $60 right now, not right this second. Do I think it's going to be worth $60 once they fix everything? By the time they fix everything, depending on these issues and everything, I feel like the game's only going to be worth 40, 30 by then. It just depends on how quickly they get to the game. I don't know if they rushed it or if it's just been so long since they've made a game that's kind of like this. The last action RPG, aside from the MMOs that they made, I believe were on 360. I do remember kind of the same characters being in that one too. So, to each his own. It's been a while since it just depends on if you want to give the company an excuse for delivering a broken product. On the one hand, like some people might feel like they can't complain because it was on Game Pass and it's free. On the other hand, some of those who paid $60 for the game and it's not doing good and they're losing save data and everything, I really, like my heart goes out to them. I'm sorry. Like I shouldn't have to apologize, but like I know that like they're definitely like, well, you know what, it is the company's fault too. There's so many different and varying opinions that you can't take one look at the game and be like, hey, this is the reason. I do think it has potential. I do think it's going to get better, but will it be as big by then? Will everybody be still playing it by then? I think it's a good action RPG. I think the elements that are there are really, really good. The way the leveling system works, the loot system is amazing. The combat, once it gets fixed, I think is going to be genuine, pretty fresh. It's been a while since we've had combat like that. Hopefully they can work out all the kinks. The online is really good. You got up to 2 buddies cooperative, so I think that that's going to be a really good thing as well, especially when it's drop in, drop out. They don't kind of like this. It's been a while since they have drop in, drop out action RPG games, and some people don't have that much time. So dropping in for 1 or 2 or 3 missions instead of other than the ones that kind of like just mop the whole game in one day, it is actually a really nice touch because some people have less time than others to put in school work, etc. So I think it's a really good incorporation once they get that solid. Once they fix it, once it works 100%, I do see it being really good. The character system, the features are really cool too. You can level up each character past, I think, level 10. Max them out and stuff. I think the loot system is going to work really good. They have multiple levels and tiers for each and every level that you do. So that's really good. I'll show you what I mean here. That's a positive in my end. So you select the mission and then they have like tiers right here, all the way up to 6.
And destroyed his crystal tower. But the dwarven warriors of
they have a lot of story. They have plenty of missions that you can go through, and it looks like there's 3 acts for each one. So there's no telling like how crazy these few levels will do. I do think that they're going to add levels. I do think that they're going to add missions. I see that they can do a lot with the game. It's just a matter of what they're going to do in the meantime to fix it. Hopefully they work out the kinks. But as of right now, I would say wait a little bit. But if you don't mind possibly the potential of losing your save and like really broken combat system and broken online disconnects and stuff like that, you'll be all right. I'm still gonna play it anyways. But if I lose my data, I'm probably gonna drop it for a while. As anybody should, you know. I didn't pay the 60, so you know I got the Game Pass was a nice little, well, you know, at least I know that it was on Game Pass. And even if they rushed it and just popped it on there, maybe it'll be fixed. Hopefully it's fixed before they take it off of Game Pass, whenever that is. But anyhow, hopefully that kind of sums up the game. I don't want to give it a proper number, but since it's so broken, I would say that the combat is probably a 3 out of 10 because it's really broken. The save system and the way it's broken is probably, yeah, I can't even give it a proper number because if people are losing their save files, that's just not good. It's, you know, it's basically Cyberpunk level broken, but not that broken, if that makes any sense. It's still broken, just not that broken. But other than that, I do see potential. So I would say, you know, even if you have your bad thoughts about it, I'm going to put up some gameplay here so you guys can all judge for yourselves as well. That's just what I've seen and I've encountered over the game and playing the game over the last couple of days here and there. It's been a little bit nerve-wracking because of the save file thing, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't lose my save file on stream, because if I do, that's it for me. You know, I'm done playing the game for a while. Anyhow, once again, hopefully this video helped you guys out, figure out your thoughts on the game, and if not, you know, I have another gameplay session coming I'm going to do right after this, so bear that in mind, that you can make your own decisions on your own and decide whether, you know, it's your kind of game. I think it's pretty cool. I like the RPGs, I just think it's really broken. I'm going to chug through it as long as I can before I'm just like, you know, I'm done. But that's why it has drop in, drop out, you know, for moments like this, where you're just like, meh, I'm done, you know, I'm not going to deal with the lagginess or the nonsense of it all. Anyhow, once again, thank you all for watching. That was the thoughts so far on Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance. Hopefully some of you save 60 for now. Maybe just wait for a price drop or for them to fix it. Otherwise, you know, stick it through. I'm sure it'll be updated in time. Happy gaming, everyone, and thank you all for watching.